Last product is a macros here. Because under advanced we have only two tools are there. Advanced as I am saying. Okay, under advanced first tool is a SQL here, SQL. This is already we discussed in the weekend class, weekend batch only. So if anybody needed again, please join again weekend batch SQL classes. Second one is a macros. Macros comes under advanced. Now today we will go for macros. What is the purpose of macros means? Macros main purpose is just for reducing the code. So instead of if anybody initially when we use the proc import procedure, each and every Excel sheet wise, one import procedure is required. For example, in my Excel sheet, we have 10 sheets are there. Then each and every sheet wise, one proc import procedure is required. Totally 10 sheets are there. Then we have to use 10 times proc import procedure. But can we use only single proc import procedure to import the all sheets? Yes, that is possible in advanced. By using macros it is possible. But when we use base as code, we have to use same code, repeated code multiple times only. Every time we have to change the sheet name and dataset name only. Sheet name and dataset name we have to change it here when we use the base as code. So that's the reason. Okay, advanced as is by using advanced as we can save our time also. No need to write the multiple times same code. We can save our time and our code also. To reduce the SAS code purpose will be used to reduce especially to reduce the SAS code only. Second one is to improve the query performance also. To improve the query performance. So that purpose will be used the macros here. At the same time, we can save our time. So instead of the 10 pages, we can complete our entire coding in one page only. So that purpose will be used the macros. So macros basically categorized by two types here. One is a macro programs. Second one is a macro processor. Okay, macro processor. One is a macro program, second one is a macro processor. First we'll go for macro programs. How to write a macro program especially. I want to create the one SAS program. Each and every SAS program, it is a combination of two steps. One is a data step, the second one is a proc step. But here each and every macro program, it is a combination of, okay. So first one is a macro variables. Next one is a macro. Each and every macro, especially if anybody wants to check the macro program, it is a combination of macro variables and macro here. Okay, macro variables especially, each and every macro variable prefix with the ampersand symbol. Ampersand is a mandatory. Each and every macro variable prefix with the ampersand symbol. Each and every macro prefix with the percentage symbol. So these are the very important things in macros. Okay, here ID is my base variable. Ampersand ID is a macro variable because each and every variable prefix with the ampersand symbol. Each and every macro prefix with the percentage symbol. Don't forget this one. Okay, now first we'll go for macro variables. What are the macro variables are there and how to use it? We'll discuss. Macro variables are basically two types here. Okay, so here first one is use system defined macro variable. A system defined macro variables, that is the first one. Second one is a user defined macro variables only. First one is a system defined. Second one is a user defined. System defined macro variables is otherwise also called as automatic macro variables only. Automatic macro variables. Okay, automatic macro variables here. So here automatic variables, automatic macro variables, both are different here. Automatic variables are underscore n underscore error underscore. But these are the automatic macro variables. These otherwise also called as system defined macro variables also. Second one is a user defined macro variables. User defined macro variables are nothing but I am a user. If I am creating any macro variable, that is called user defined macro variable. But today we'll discuss the system defined macro variables. So what are the system defined macro variables? Then how to print the system defined macro variables will be discussed one by one. So system, any macro variable, whether that is a system defined macro variable or user defined macro variable, we have to use each and every macro variable prefix with the ampersand symbol. Don't forget, ampersand symbol is a mandatory for system defined or as well as user defined also. Now I want to print the all system defined macro variables in my log window. For example, here if I am creating one data set, my data set name is a data underscore null underscore. I don't want to create any data set only. X is equal to, here I am giving instances software solutions. Okay, solutions only. Now here I want to y is equal to, I need substring of x comma 1 comma, then I am using 7 only. Okay, then run it. Anybody please let me know, I want to print the results, then how can we display it my results in my log window here? By using which statement we can do this here? Anybody? Sorry? Here underscore null underscore is there, which means there is no dataset name, but I want to print the results in my log window. That is the x variable value, y variable value I want to display in my log window. How to do that? That is a question. Anyone? Any? 7 p.m. batch. Yeah. Put statement we discussed, right? Yes or no? Put is we discussed. Not. Put always we have to use before run statement. This is we discussed, I think, in our functions class. I have explained also. Yes or no? No or yes? Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir.
Put statement. Functions class, not now. Okay, so almost 40 classes back I am saying functions. When I explain the functions class, at that time I am saying.
Sir, actually we discussed later. You said that later we'll discuss about the automatic variables underscore error and underscore.
No, I am not asking underscore error underscore n underscore. I am asking put statement. Hitesh, no, your batch is a 7 p.m. batch or some other batch, Hitesh?
7 p.m.
Hitesh batch I am saying. Somebody is pinging here, right? So, put statement is he pinged, right? Refer my notes, whatever we have discussed, almost 60 classes, 45 classes below, back classes, when we discuss the functions class, at that time I have explained this put statement. Put is used to No? No? By using... Yeah, please.
7 p.m. batch, I think we discuss about that put functions.
Not put function, put statement. Okay, fine. Leave it. So here, by using put statement, we can display the results in the log window. Here underscore null underscore is a one statement. So at least we discuss this. This is also we not discussed. Underscore null underscore. Yes, sir. Okay. So I have explained my weekend batch, I think, extra classes. Underscore null underscore is a one statement. Without creating any data set, we can derive the variables. So here underscore null underscore is a statement. All statements you can see in blue color. Okay, this is also blue. This is not data set name only. Here x is my variable, y is my variable. I want to print the x results and y results in my log window. That purpose will be used the put is a one statement. By using put, we can display the results in the log window. When I open my log window, you can see here x is equal to stances software solutions, y is equal to stances only. So we have printed x variable results and y variable results. Put always we have to use before input statement, before run statement. Okay, but not after run statement, before run only. You can use always put before run statement. What is the purpose of put statement, not put function? Put is a one function, we can convert the numeric to character, that is no, everybody aware of that one, but I am asking put statement. By using put statement, we can display the results in the log window. Okay, so here this is a put only. Now I will go for here, what is our next one? This one, macro variables here. Macro variables basically categorized by two types. One is a system defined macro variable. Second one is a user defined macro variables. Here, system defined macro variables, I want to print the all system defined macro variables in my log window. Then how can we do that? So that purpose we have to use percentage port underscore automatic underscore. So this is my first statement. What is the purpose of percentage put? Put is a base as percentage put is in macros. In macros especially we are using percentage and ampersand symbol. Only two symbols here. One is a ampersand symbol. Second one is a percentage symbol. So in my base as I use the put statement. By using put we can display the results in the log window. But in macros we have to use percentage put. By using percentage put, we can display the results in the log window. Now here I am using percentage put underscore automatic underscore. So here underscore automatic underscore, when I am submitting this statement, we can display the all automatic macro variables. Whatever variables are there, we can display all macro variables in the log window. Now I am submitting this one. When I open my log window, you can see here all these are automatic macro variables here. You can see here automatic, every macro variable is there. Okay, at least we need some macro variables names required. If anybody is attending interview, okay, if anybody is attending the interview, they are asking at least a couple of macro variables names only. System defined macro variables names they are asking only. System defined macro variables, you can pick anything, but routinely in the real time scenario we are using sysdate. Sysdate is nothing but system date. Here sysdate is there. Sysdate is my macro variable. You can see besides sysdate, that is a system date only, 19th February 24. You can see sysdate 9, that is a 19th February 2024. You can see what is the difference between sysdate and sysdate 9. Yeah, anybody at least? Sysdate.
What is
Sysdate 9 wise. Is there any difference?
yes, sir.
You can see year is a 2-digit year. Year is a
4-digit.
4-digit year. That's only. Remaining things are same. Sysday is nothing but system day, whether this is a Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay, we can print it like that. And one more is sys error. So you can see the sys error somewhere. Okay, this is a sys error. You can see sys error is equal to 0, which indicates there is no errors in my code. So that's the reason you can see the 0. Is there any errors in my code? You can see the some number only, 1 or 2 or something. Okay, that is a sys error. So here sys PARM, this is a very important sys parameter actually. If anybody using banking domain, I mean SaaS in banking sectors, sys parameter is very useful. Okay, sys PARM nothing but parameter only. Okay, but this is not useful for clinical domain. But if anybody using SaaS in banking domain, sys parameter also very useful only. Okay. So next one is I want to check my current version. So which version SaaS I am using? So you can see here sys VER, that is a sys version, that is for 9.4 only. Sys version, you can see the 9.4. Sys user ID is nothing but my name. Actually, sys user ID means system user ID. If anybody executing, okay, his name, his machine name, whatever name he has updated, that name only. Next one is a sys time. Sys time is nothing but a system time. Okay, all these are system defined macro variables. Now I want to print the only one macro variable, then how can we do that? So I want to display the sysdate. Then how to display the sysdate value in my log window? So that purpose we have to use again percentage port ampersand sysdate only. As I said, whether that is a system defined macro variable or user defined macro variable, if you want to display your results in your log window, your macro variable prefix with the ampersand symbol. Don't forget this one. Now I am submitting this one. When I submitted, go to log window. Now you can see here percentage put ampersand sysdate. You can see the 19th February 24 only. 19th February 24. Now, if I want to print the two system defined macro variables at a time. How can we do that? I want to print the sys version. I want to print the sys day. I want to print the sys date line also. Then percentage put whatever macro variable name values if you want to display, please mention those macro variable, but each and every macro variable names must be prefixed with the ampersand symbol. So first one is a sys date 9, next one is a ampersand sys day, next one is a ampersand sys version. Okay, sys version. So here now I am submitting this one. Okay, when I am submitting this one, you can see in my log window, first one is a sys date 9. You can see the 19th February 2024. Sys day is a Monday. Next one is a sys version is a 9.4 version. So we can see like this. Okay, when we executed these macro variable at the time of interview, they are asking at least 3 to 4 system defined macro variables names also. Please by heart this one. Okay, so these are the macro variables, system defined macro variables, but how to use I will let you know. Next one is I want to print the user defined macro variables in my log window. Then how can we do that? If anybody wants to print the user defined macro variable, then we have to use percentage port underscore user underscore. So if I am creating any macro variable, I am a user, you also user. If we create any macro variable, those are called user defined macro variable. Now I have submitted. When I submitted, go to log window. There is no macro variables. You can see here because as of now I have not created any macro variables till now. So that's the reason we are not displaying the any macro variables here. But if we create any macro variable, so you can see that macro variable values in your log window by using percentage put underscore user underscore. I want to print the at a time system defined macro variables and user defined macro variables both at a time. Then we have to use percentage put underscore all underscore. When we executed percentage put underscore all underscore, we can display the all system defined macro variables as well as user defined macro variables also. Now I am submitting this one. Go to log window. Now only you can see the automatic only. There is no user defined macro variables because as of now, as I did say, we have not created any macro variable till now. Okay, so these are the system defined macro variable concept, but how to use the system defined macro variables in my output log window. Okay, I mean I want to use the 1 or 2 system defined macro variables, then how can we use this one? Now I am closing this one. Again I am opening here. So here I have opened in my SAS. So here especially today and tomorrow I will how to use the system defined macro variables. Okay, I will show you. At the same time, I will cover user defined macro variables also. Today, routine way, how to use means, okay. So routine in the real time scenario, when we submitted our SAS code, how to save the logs and output here by using which procedure, we can save the logs and output in my own folder. Anybody? I mean, I am submitting my SAS. Now I have created one log. That log is showing in the log window, but I want to save the log in my own location. Then which procedure we can use it here? Anybody? What is the procedure name here?
File path location.
File path location. What is the procedure name? Have we discussed the proc print to log, proc print to LST at least?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
At least you say yes. Okay, fine. So now data class. Okay, set SAS and class, then run it only. Now I want to save this output. I want to save this log in my folder path location. This is my folder path location. I want to save this log under this folder. Then we have to use proc print to. Okay, log is equal to, we have to use log location. So what is our class dot log? Okay, then new also we discussed, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Also proc print to, okay, print is equal to, please mention your class dot lst. Okay, then run it. So we have to use again which one? Proc print to. Then run it. This is our, we discussed in the last class, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So when I am submitting this one, this class.log, it saves under which location? This location, correct? Okay. So, but here you can see class.log only. But in the real-time scenario, if anybody is saving any log files, you have to suffix with the today's data also. I mean, I want to save my log file in my own location. Especially banking domain, the projects are categorized by two types. One is a support project, other one is a development project only. Banking side I am saying, clinical side only development is available, only development only, no support activities and clinical domain. But if anybody come to banking side, our projects are categorized by two types. One is a support project, second one is a development project only. So support project means we don't have any work. Our work is, please submit your SAS code. So daily at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. depends on the time. Okay, once you joined any support project, so while giving KT, what is mean by KT? Anybody? No idea? So KT stands for knowledge transfer. Knowledge transfer, yeah, please make a note. So KT stands for the knowledge transfer. If anybody has joined any project, first your project team guys, they will arrange the KT sessions for you. KT sessions for you. Maybe say KT sessions are maybe 10 sessions or maybe 15 sessions also. Once all KT is over, okay, you have to work yourself only. Okay, in the real-time scenario, I am saying. If you have any doubts, you can ask any doubts while giving KT sessions. During this KT sessions only, you can ask any doubt. So now here, in the real-time scenario, as I said, projects are categorized by two types. One is a development project, second one is a support project. In the development support project, our work is please submit your SAS code. So daily we have one code is available. We have to submit the same code only same code. But once we submitted today's SAS program, please save your log files with today's date only. And now we have to submit same SAS code tomorrow also. But you can save your log files with tomorrow's date only. Like day after tomorrow, every day we have to save the logs and outputs in our shared path location. Okay, these logs are evidence purpose. In the real-time scenario, we are maintaining the log files. Everyday log files we are maintaining in our own folder path location. Now, this is a base SAS code only. If I am submitting this code, you can see here I have submitted. Go to this folder path location. Now class and class output is there. So if I am submitting tomorrow also same code, then what will happen here? Anybody? If I am submitting tomorrow also same code, so this log it will be overridden or any new log file it will be created in the same folder path location. I am asking. What is the difference? Yeah, if I am submitting same SAS program tomorrow also, okay, whether yesterday log file it will be overridden or we create any new log files. Overridden only because same name yeah. Okay, we cannot say okay same name is there, but this is a drawback in base SAS. So in macros, if anybody wants to save the log files, okay, log and output, even report also, your class suffix with the, what is our macro variable here? Ampersand sysdate 9 only. We have ampersand sysdate 9, right? Yes or no? Just now we have discussed.
Yes, sir.
This is a macro variable or not? Yes or no? Macro variable, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the sysdate 9 macro variable? It resolves to 4-digit year or 2-digit year?
4 digits.
4 digits.
4-digit only. So we have to use here sysdate 9 only. Sysdate 9. But you can see here very important things. Beside your macro variable, is there any extension or is there any log or is there any number? Is there any value? Beside my macro variable, anything is there? Dot. Beside, this is a sysdate 9 is a my macro variable. Concentrate on beside the macro variable, any value is there. Dot log extension is there or not?
Yes, sir.
Below dot LST also there, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we use any macro variable, so while using our macro variable, concentrate on beside your macro variable, is there any number, is there any value, is there any extension? Okay, all your macro variable and the next value must be separated by double dot. Your macro variable and next alphabetic text value must be separated by double dot. Your macro variable and next extension must be separated by double dot. Okay, don't use single dot. If anybody using single dot, our macro variable values it won't resolve. So now I am using double dot. Here also I am using double dot only. Okay, double dot. So compulsory we have to use double dot. And one more very important thing. So when we use macro variable inside the path location, okay, this is a one path only. Okay, inside the path I am using my macro variable. So inside the path, if we are using macro variable, that path must be enclosed with the double quotes. It should be enclosed with the double quotes here. Single quotes it won't work in macros only. In macros always we have to use double quotes. If anybody using single quotes it won't resolve. Even macro variable name also, okay, double quotes only. Always we have to use inside the macros, we have to use double quotes. Don't use single quotes here. So now I am submitting this one. When I am submitting, okay, I have submitted. Go to this window. Now you can see here our class log and class output. It's conclusion point. When we use any macro variable, our macro variable and next value it should be separated by double dot, and you inside the macros single quotes it won't work. Always we have to use double quotes only. As of now, anybody any doubt, please let me know. No?
Clear, sir.
Clear? Then I will go for user defined macro variables. Okay. So here percentage put automatic underscore, percentage put user underscore, percentage put all underscore. Now I will go for user defined macro variable. How many ways we can create the user defined macro variable? That is the interview question. Tomorrow I will share the question paper macros. Okay. How many ways we can create the user defined macro variable? That is a question. First one is a percentage let. Percentage let is a one statement. All these are the statements only. Calls input. Next one is a calls input X only. The next one is a percentage local. Next one is a percentage global. Next one is a macro parameters. Macro parameters. Okay. This is one more. Next one is a types of statements are available. By using all these statements, we can derive the macro variables. First one is a percentage let, second one is a calls input, third one is a calls input X, again percentage local, percentage global, macro parameters, SQL, selecting to class, do. Now first I will go for percentage let statement, how to use the percentage let statement. So this is a percentage let is the first way to creation of the macro variables. Again, I am saying whether that is a user defined macro variable or system defined macro variable, each and every macro variable prefix with the ampersand only. Okay. Now here percentage let macro variable, percentage let macro variable is equal to value. This is a syntax. Okay, I am writing a syntax. Percentage let macro variable is equal to value. Percentage let macro variable is equal to, we can use value 1, we can use value 2, we can use value 3. I mean, you can see first one and second one. Here one macro variable wise I have assigned the one value, but here one macro variable wise I have assigned the 3 values. So we can use more than one value also. I mean, we can assign the more than one value to one macro variable, but okay, like this. Now I will go for same syntax I will be used, then anybody please let me know here. So now here percentage let, okay, percentage let is my macro, I mean user defined macro variables creation purpose will be used. The percentage let is a one statement. Okay, you can see the blue color. Now here lib is equal to SAS help only, SAS help. Then percentage let, okay, DSN is equal to class only. Anybody please let me know here what are the my macro variables and what are the values here. Anybody? What is my macro variable name here? What is the macro variable name here? Now, see, concentrate on syntax. Macro variable is equal to value. Here, what is the macro variable? What is the value?
Macro variable is lib.
Macro variable is a lib. Value is a
SAS.
one more. Macro variable is a second one.
DS class.
DSC class. Now anybody please let me know 7 p.m. batch. I want to print the first macro variable value in my log window. Then how can we do that? Anybody? I want to print the lib value in my log window. Then how can we do that? I want to print. Yes, please.
Percentage put.
Okay.
Ampersand lib.
If I am submitting this one, what is the lib value? We can see it in my log window.
SAS help.
SAS help. When I open my lib, so you can see ampersand lib it is equals to SAS help. Anybody please let me know. I want to print the DSN value in my log window. Then
Ampersand put equal.
Percentage put.
Sorry, ampersand DSN.
Now what is the ampersand DSN value? We can see it in my log window.
Class.
When I open my log window, you can see the class only. Class. Now I want to print the all user defined macro variables. Then how can we display the user defined macro variable here?
Percentage put. Percentage put underscore
user underscore, correct?
Yes, sir.
If I am submitting this one, how many macro variables names we can display it in my log window? 2. What are those?
Lib and DSN.
Okay. When I submitting this one, you can see it. One is a percentage put, one is a DSN. DSN is a class only. Lib is a SAS help only. So what is meant by global means? Whatever we are creating by using percentage let statement, all macro variables are global macro variables, but I will let you know separately. Just leave it global now. You can see DSN is my macro variable. DSN value is a class. Lib is my macro variable. Lib value is a SAS help only. Okay, we can display it. Now here, anybody please let me know. Prop print data is equal SAS help dot class. This is my base SAS code only. This is my base SAS code. Now please replace with the macro variables. So how to replace my macro variable here? Instead of the SAS help, can we use any macro variable here? instead of the class, can we use any macro variable here? Anybody? Guess it and let me know.
Ampersand lib and ampersand this.
Instead of this as helper, we can use
Ampersand lib.
ampersand lib. Next, instead of the class, we can use.
Ampersand
DSN.
But whether this is a correct coding or do we need to use any other thing here extra? I mean, in my above code, I said when we use the one macro variable, double dot is required. So here two macro variables are there, fine. Even two macro variables side by side, double dot is a mandatory. Now here I am using double dot. Now if I am submitting this one, what is the data set results? We can output window. What is my data set results? Class helper class. You can see we have successfully printed my class helper that class only. When I open my log, so this is our class data set results only. Now please wait. Okay, percentage let var is equal to name, age, sex. Fine. Percentage let val is equal to 14. Okay. Now data 14 data class set SAS input dot class open parenthesis keep is equal to name, age, sex. Now where age greater than or equal to 40, then run it. Procking data is equal to class. Anybody check it? This is my base as code, but please replace with the macro variable names here. How can we do that? Anybody? One by one, please let me know here. So instead of this as help, can we use any macro variable here? Anyone? In the above, I have created one macro variable. What is that?
Lib.
Lib or ampersand lib?
Ampersand lib.
Ampersand lib only. So instead of this as lib, I am using double dot. Yes. So here, can we use the ampersand? Yes, sir. What is the DSN value? Class, right?
Yes, sir. Class.
Then we can use ampersand DSN here also, right? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about here?
Ampersand DSN.
Ampersand DSN. Okay. Then next.
Keep
Age 14.
Yeah, 814.
Where age 14?
ampersand var.
Ampersand val.
Ampersand var where?
Keep is equal to.
Keep is instead of the name, age, sex, we can use directly
Ampersand var.
ampersand var. Ampersand var it resolves to name, age, sex.
Name, age, sex.
What about 14? 14
Where age
instead of 14, can we use any other thing here?
Ampersand val.
Ampersand?
VAL.
Now if I am submitting this one in my work library, which data set I am going to create now, what are the values, we can see it in my output window.
Class data that we are creating.
Yeah, class data set we are creating. Then finally in my class data set, what are the age values we are copying? What are the variables we are copying? Variables and values.
Name, age, and sex variables we are creating. And
Okay.
age is 14.
Where age greater than 14.
Yeah, exactly. Age greater than 14. Then when I am submitting, you can see here name, age, sex only. Now you can see 14, 15 and 16 age values only we have copied. So as of now, Priya or anybody, any doubt here, anybody confusing, please let me know. So here instead of the base as columns, I mean I am passing my macro variable names, that's only. So we have not reduced the code, but I am passing the macro variable names wherever base as columns are there. Instead of the class, already in the above, I have created one macro variable that is a DSN. So if you, instead of the class, wherever class is there, directly you can use ampersand DSN. Ampersand DSN. Ampersand means macro variable. This is my macro variable. Where So wherever class is there, instead of the class, if we use ampersand DSN, it resolves to class only. So here, where is my macro variable? I have assigned the 3 values to my macro variable. That is the name, age, sex only. So here ampersand var it resolves to name, age, sex. Here ampersand val, okay, ampersand val it resolves to 14. So clear, or anybody any doubt here till now? Percentage let statement wise.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Now if you want, we can use character variable. Then we'll go for character. Percentage let gender is equal to m. M is my macro. M gender is my macro variable. Gender value is m only. Okay. Now as it is, I am copying this. I am not changing here. Just for better understanding. But here I am using where the sex is equal to here I am using the I need only m category. Then run it. So processing data is equal to my data set name is a ampersand DSN. Then run it. Then anybody please let me know. Instead of the m, can we use any macro variable here? Sex is equal to I am copying male category. But instead of the male category, can we use any other value here, please? Macro variable name I am asking.
Ampersand gender.
Ampersand gender. So that is enough, or do we need to use any other thing here? Gender. Everybody is correct to code this is it? Do we need to specify any other extra? So sex is yes, correct. Somebody saying so sex is equal to m. M always in the base as we use the single quotes, correct? Yes or no? Because that is a character variable. But this is a macro variable. When you are using the macro variable value is a character value. So sex is equal to I am using ampersand gender. This ampersand gender must be enclosed with the double quotes only. But here double quotes is not required ampersand one because that is a number. Number wise quotes are not applicable in SAS. But when we use the character variable, okay, if you assign any character value to your macro variable, and if you are using same macro variable in your code, your macro variable name must be enclosed with the double quotes. Clear my point here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I am submitting this one. When I submit it, you can see here, finally you can see the m only. This is. Anybody any doubt here? Please let me know. Percentage let is over. By using percentage let statement, always we can derive the macro variable here. Anybody doubt? Any doubt?
Clear, sir.
Okay. So shall I go for next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next one is our statement is called. What is our second statement here? Call input. Okay. What is the purpose of calls input? Now we'll go for calls input. So this is a second statement here. Calls input. What is the purpose of calls input? Okay. Now. So we'll go for tomorrow here. Calls input because we don't have much time. So we'll go for tomorrow. Right? So please practice. Okay, going forward, I will include more and more examples. Yeah. Anybody, any doubts?
Sir,
I will explain.